tunay na pangalan ng mga tao, lugar at organisasyon na may kaugnayan sa kaso na tampok sa palabas na ito ay pinalitan at binago. Ang anumang pagkakahawig ng mga bagong pangalan sa aktwal na tao, lugar o organisasyon ay hindi sinasadya at nagkataon lamang.
Captain, the storm's getting worse. The ship can't handle this much longer.
We can't turn back, Rodge. The company wants the shipment delivered. We have to keep going.
But Captain, the ballast system is failing and the cargo is not secured properly. It's too risky.
I know, but we have no choice. We're going through it.
Captain, the ship's taking on water. We are sinking.
Get to the lifeboat now!
We're going down! Get down! This court is now in session. Today, we are here to decide the case of Vlasons Maritime Incorporation, who is accused of breaking maritime safety laws. This includes the sinking of their ship, MV Vlasons 1, which caused the death of 12 crew members in a major environmental disaster. The prosecution will prove that the company didn't follow the laws to keep the ship and its crew safe.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we know this is a terrible tragedy and we share in the grief of the victims' family. However, we believe that the company did everything it could to make sure the ship was safe. The weather was very bad and we cannot blame the company for what happened. We will show the ship was safe when it left port and the weather was the main cause of sinking.
Your Honor, the cause of this tragedy was not just bad weather. It was a series of mistakes by the shipping company. Vlasons Maritime ignored the important safety rules, didn't repair the ship when it needed, and allowed the crew to work in unsafe conditions. The ship was well ready to handle rough weather and that's why it sank. We will prove that the company was responsible for what happened.
I was the captain of MV Vlasons 1 for 4 years. Before the ship sank, I told to the company about the problem with the ship. Like leaks and issue with the ballast system. This problem were never fixed. The company told me to continue with the voyage. I never thought I didn't think it was safe. This ship was overloaded with cargo, and the chemical were not properly secured.
Captain King, when you reported these problems, how did the company respond? How did they fix the issues?
They told me to keep going. They said it wasn't big deal and that we couldn't afford to delay the trip. I was worried, but I didn't feel like I had a choice.
Thank you, Captain. That proves that the company chose money over the safety of its crew. They ignored important warnings and this led to disaster.
Captain King, you are the captain of the ship. You have the power to make a decision on board, correct?
Yes, that's what's up.
So, when you saw the problem with the ship, why didn't you stop the voyage? Why didn't you refuse to sail?
I was worried about losing my job. The company put a lot of pressure on me to leave the port. I thought I had no choice but to go.
So, even though the company may have pushed you, the final decision was still yours, right?
Yes, I could have stopped but I didn't.
The captain knew the problems with the ship and still decided to sail. It wasn't just the company's fault. The captain also played a role in what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this was not just an accident. This was a tragedy that could have been avoided. The company ignored safety rules, didn't fix the ship, and put the crew in danger. They chose to send the ship out in bad conditions, knowing it wasn't ready. This was gross negligence. The company must be held responsible for the lives lost and damage caused to the environment. They broke the law and now they must face the consequences. After hearing all the evidence, this court finds Vlasons Maritime Incorporation guilty of violating maritime safety laws, contributing to the sinking of the MV Vlasons 1 and causing the deaths of 12 crew members as well as significant environmental damage.
The company failed to ensure the safety of its vessel and crew, disregarding warnings and cutting corners to prioritize financial gain over human lives. The sentence will be announced at a later date, but the court acknowledged the gravity of harm caused by the defendant's actions.
Thank you, attorney.
In this case, several maritime laws are directly applicable due to the circumstances surrounding the sinking of the MV Vlasons 1 and the company's failures in ensuring safety and proper maintenance. Let me outline the key laws that apply. SOLAS, safety of life at sea. The company violated SOLAS, which mandates that ships must be maintained in a seaworthy condition. The failure to properly maintain the vessel, as especially the ballast system and cargo security, was a direct breach of these international safety standards. The company's negligence has likely caused severe environmental damage, especially if hazardous chemicals or pollutants were released into the sea. MARPOL is designed to prevent such pollution, and their failure to comply with this convention should hold them accountable for the damage to our oceans. This code governs the safe transport of bulk cargo, including hazardous material. The company's failure to secure and properly stow the cargo violated these regulations, making the vessel unstable and contributing to the disaster. If the crew was inadequately trained or the ship was operated by unqualified personnel, this would constitute a violation of the STCW, which ensures that all seafarers are properly trained and certified to handle emergencies and occasional safety. Given these violations of international maritime law, the shipping company is unquestionably liable for the sinking of the MV Vlasons 1 and the loss of life as well as any environmental damage caused by their negligence. The victims of their families are entitled to compensation, and the company must be held accountable for their accusations. In this case, really shows that the shipping company is directly responsible for the sinking of the MV Vlasons 1 and the resulting losses. Most, the company failed in its duty of care to maintain the ship in a safe, seaworthy condition. Despite knowing about the issues with the ballast system and the improper storage of hazardous cargo, the company chose to send the vessel out to the sea, putting the crew and the environment at risk. This is a clear case of negligence. The company violated SOLAS, the international convention that ensures the safety of life at sea, by not ensuring the vessel was fit to operate in such dangerous conditions. Additionally, their actions likely resulted in significant environmental damage, which is a direct violation of MARPOL, the convention aimed at preventing pollution from ships. Moreover, by overloading the vessel and not properly securing the cargo, the company violated the IMSBC code, which provides regulations for the safe handling of bulk cargo. The lives of 12 crew members were lost, and countless others were put in danger due to the company's reckless disregard for basic safety procedures. These actions cannot be overlooked. In light of the company's negligence, violations of international maritime safety laws, and the environmental harm caused, the company must be held fully accountable for the sinking of the MV Vlasons 1 and all resulting damages. The victims and their families deserve justice and compensation for this tragic incident. These penalties are necessary to ensure justice for the victims, to hold the company accountable for its recklessness. In conclusion, the shipping company's blatant disregard for maritime safety laws and its negligence the tragic sinking of the MV Vlasons 1. The company violated key international conventions such as SOLAS, MARPOL, and the IMSB Code, putting the lives of its crew at risk and causing significant environmental harm. Their failure to maintain a seaworthy vessel, secure cargo properly, and act in the best interest of both their crew and in the environmental is inexcusable.